Empower Her conference on our this is our third year, you guys. Third year anniversary. This is the weekend that I became an official organization. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. We have amazing speakers in the house and vendors, which we will announce a little bit later. But I wanted to go ahead and get started and welcome our first speaker, Miss Brigitta.
And I'm tall, but I'm not that tall, okay? And I'm going to move this. Yes. All right. Fantastic. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. All right. I can project really well. And if you can hear me out there, anyone, I'd love for you to come in. If you can hear me outside, come on in because you don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. All right. My name is Brigitta Hoeferle. If you look around, I'm just going to take the elephant that's in the room and speak to it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Can I be real?
Right. Okay.
Thank you. My name is Brigitta Hoeferle. I'm the only white person in the room.
Right.
Okay? And let me just tell you really quick why I'm here and why should you even listen to me. Okay? Again, I'm really good about speaking to the elephant in the room, and you should be too. In everything that you do, bust the myth. Speak to the elephant in the room. I'm a speaker. I've been a speaker since 2013. I was basically scouted by the largest self-development company in the world. Any one of you have read the book, Secret of a Millionaire Mind? Have you ever read it? Okay, if you haven't read it yet, go and read it. It's written by T. Harv Eker, The Secret of a Millionaire Mind. I read it. I went to one of his seminars, and I was scouted to be one of their female speakers. Do we have enough female speakers in the world?
No.
Excuse me? No, we don't. Because it's a male-dominated world. Is that fair? No. Do we have enough, can I be real? Do we have enough black female speakers on stages?
No.
We don't. So when is it time for you to step up? And be real? Thank you. Now is the really good time. Again, I come from speaking, I come from business. I came to the United States from a country named Germany, and we have other baggage. Okay? We have the whole Hitler baggage that we carry, okay? And that might be the reason why I can have conversations with you guys on a totally different level than other white women can. I told you I'm going to be really real, okay? So, I came to the United States in 2004, actually it was April 17th, 2004. So April 14th, it'll be almost 14 years.
Yeah.
I came in tow with a little toddler, Amelie, who's now 15, and she's an incredible kid. So she was my little toddler, my husband in tow, and I said, we're building a Montessori school. How many of you know what a Montessori school is? It's a method of teaching. It's a private school, and I had this vision of creating a Montessori school because in Montessori schools, children learn one-on-one rather than having everyone in a classroom and the teacher dominating what they need to learn. The children already know what they need to learn and need to learn it one-on-one because none of you are the same. We're all different people. So I came to a small town in Tennessee called Cleveland, talking about culture shock, okay? And I built this school. My husband was a freelance writer. I had this little one. I became pregnant, had our second daughter in Cleveland, Tennessee. Built the school. The school now has 70 students. They're enrolled up to 2020, so we have full enrollment, and I'm very grateful for that. I have sold the school to 70% in 2016, so I have not just have the knowledge of building a business or building businesses. I also have the knowledge of creating systems in businesses. I also have the knowledge of selling businesses. Okay, so I sold the school to 70%. I'm owning 30% in passive and residual income within the school. I'm still invested and I consult them. All right, so I am here today. In 2013, I started speaking on large stages. I've spoken in front of thousands of people And I have learned that I am not speaking over the participants. I want to speak with you guys. I want to hear from you, and that's why we're here today. I want to hear from you. Why are you here today? What do you need to learn? What's one thing that you came, maybe with a question mark, of, I want to walk away with this knowledge? Anyone? Has anyone come with a question? Has anyone come with one agenda that you say, I need to walk away today with, What is it? Shout it out. What do you want to know?
Knowledge.
Knowledge about what?
Just the 501c3 process in general.
So you're building a nonprofit.
I have one.
You have a nonprofit. So knowledge on nonprofit. I'm going to write this down here. Nonprofit. What else?
Growing a business.
Growing a business. Good. What else?
How to staff a business and how to pay the worker.
Staff and salary, okay?
Yes.
Okay. What else? Don't mind my writing, I'm a teacher. What else? Don't be shy. One last thing.
How to charge the parents, or what I do, how to charge the parents.
So like a tuition?
Fair price, yes.
So I'm going to make it a little bit more broad. I'm going to say charge client. And in your specific case, do you have a school? What is it that you have?
Well, yes, it's kind of like in the making.
Okay, like tuition.
Yes.
Okay, good. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Investors.
And what about investors?
How to attract them. Yeah. How to attract.
Attract. I'm going to make an error here. Attract investors. Okay. Anyone else?
Marketing.
Marketing. Good. Thank you. Thanks for participating. I love that. What else? Okay. So I'm going to leave that here because we have incredible speakers throughout the day. I'm one of them, but I'm not the only one. And this is not about me. This is about who?
Yes.
Exactly. Say me.
Me.
It's about me.
It's about me.
Say it again. It's about me.
It's about me.
Here's the thing, guys. Everything is one thing, and it is, what do you know? It's energy.
Oh, yes.
Everything is one thing. It is
Energy.
It is what?
Energy.
Say energy.
Energy.
If you don't have the energy, how is someone supposed to pay you for what you're offering?
Yes.
If you don't have energy, how are you supposed to grow your nonprofit? If you don't have energy, how are you supposed to grow your business?
Right.
Everything is energy. Money is
Energy.
energy.
Absolutely.
And if you don't bring up the energy, how do you think people are going to come into your business, although you might have great value, see the value, but you have no energy, and they're going to go, oh, I'm just going to go over to the other one.
Yeah. Right.
Because quite frankly, newsflash, the World Wide Web and Atlanta is full of the other one. Would you agree?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, and I'd love for you to take notes this morning and throughout the day, what makes you so special that they come to you? I want to hear from you guys. Which industry are you from? Are you an employee? Let me see your hands if you're an employee. Okay, good, thank you. How many of you are in a network marketing company? Let me see you. Okay, thank you. And how many of you are business owners? Okay, thank you. And how many of you will do whatever it takes? Every hand should go up. That was a trick question, sorry. Fill in the blank. People will only buy from me when they and
Know me, like me, trust me.
know me, like me, trust me.
Yes.
People will only buy from you when they know you, like you, and trust you. How do you let them know you, like you, and trust you in an instant? Anyone have an idea?
Elevator pitch.
Elevator pitch, good.
First impression.
The first impression. What else?
Your story.
Your story. I love it. I hope you're taking notes like crazy right now. Huh? Eye contact. Thank you. Have I had eye contact with you guys this morning?
Yes.
Did I go around the room and introduce myself this morning to you guys? So you know who I am and why you should be even listening to me. Because it would be easy for me to stand up here and do this and you guys go, I'm checking totally out.
Right.
Would that be easy? Yeah. Yeah. And it would be your waste of time. And guess what? It would be my waste of time.
Correct.
I just came this morning from a client who's paying me thousands and thousands of dollars to work with me every month. This morning in Buckhead, I drove over here because I gave my word to Sonyetta to be here, right? And after this, I'm going back and doing more training with my client till late this evening. I am, whatever I do, I am committed, and that is energy! Energy! What? Oh, you're a tough crowd. Energy! Let me just tell you, my dad was a missionary, and he was a pastor, and he preached, and boy, when he preached, and he took his shirt off, it was drenched. And I kind of got that from him, okay? And because of him, I am where I am today. There was, as I was a little child, I'm going to get real vulnerable here real quick.
Because you know I just lost it.
As I was a little child, he said, you're a tool for God. And I said, what does that mean? And he said, you'll eventually know what that means.
Wow.
And now, I know I am a tool. And I'm grateful. And because of the grace of God, I am here. I made it to the United States. Now, I was interviewed the other day for a radio station, and they said, okay, so you came to the United States with a business plan in your hand. What was your plan B? I said, I didn't have a plan B. I had faith, and I have faith.
Yeah.
And because of my faith, I am here.
Come on now.
There was no failure.
That's right.
There was, that is not an option. Was there feedback I got? Sometimes I fell down and I fell over and I tipped over and I was like, that hurt. Guess what? I get back up and I keep doing it. And I want to empower you and encourage you to do that. That when you fail and when you tip over and when you fall and you land flat on your face, that you get up and you dust yourself off and keep going. Right? People have drowned in puddles. In puddles. Why did they drown in puddles?
They didn't get up.
They stayed with their face down in the puddle and they did not get up. And therefore they said, this is not working. How many of you have heard that this is not working? Especially when you're network marketing company. This is not working. Well, guess what? Everything works.
If you work.
If you work it. So, I have a little, let's see. I have a little nugget for you. Are you ready for a little nugget? We're going to go through, let's see. We're going to go through marketing and how you get to know and like someone instantly. Can I get a volunteer? Anyone, quickly, up here. Come on up. What's your name? Ashonda. Give it up for Ashonda. All right, Ashonda, I'm going to play a little game with you. You ready?
I don't know.
Okay, that was a yes. Here's another thing. Write this down. The answer is always yes. Now, what's the question? Okay?
Yes, now what's the question?
Exactly. So the question is, Ashonda, I would like for you to read the information on these cards. And then I'd like for you, the one that resonates most with you at the very top to the one that resonates least at the very bottom. This will both save us some time and it will help you to serve you. So she's reading the information. There are values on these cards, and each card, there are four cards. There are 4 cards, and each card has 12 values. And there are values of each personality type. How many of you heard of Hippocrates? The father of medicine, okay? He's put humanity in 4 different types of people. We have created a program and a system that, are you done? Oh, shit, that was quick. I knew that she was action first. So let me tell you real quick. So she's put these values on these cards, all right? The values are freedom, flexibility, spontaneity, action, opportunity, excitement, attention, stimulation, competition, winning, fun, and image at the very top. So I know that she's a high action person that's just a go out and get her, right? Is she a go-getter?
Yes.
I mean, look at her. She's fierce,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Her second value, what she values on second place, is the blueprint value. That is stability, structure, systems, planning, processes, predictability, responsibility, duty, rules, credentials, titles, and tradition. That's what she values on second place. On third place, she's a nurturer, which means she values relationships, authenticity, personal growth, significance, teamwork, involvement, community, charity, ethics, harmony, morality, and contribution. How many of you are nurturers in this room? Yeah, we have a lot of women are nurturers, especially for moms. The last is knowledge. So this is what she relates to at the least, which is the values of learning, intelligence, logic, self-mastery, technology, research and development. I know. Science, universal truths, expertise, competence, accuracy, and the big picture. So now I know how to speak to her, how to immediately build trust, because you and I are both actions. Right. And how often have you gone into a room and you tend to go towards someone that is like the same personality type that you are, right? And it's so easy to build trust in a relationship with them. But how hard is it to build trust in a relationship with someone that is not your same dominant code? And that's really where the deal falls through. So if we're really good at this, if we see this as 100%, this is a whole, right? Because we're one person, we all have 4 personality types within us, but we dominate in one personality code. And in our case, it's action. We're leaving out these 3. We're not able, it's not natural to us as much, and I can only speak for myself, to speak in these 3 languages. So it's really up to me to have more knowledge in how can I speak to these 3 other personality types. Because when I go into a business relationship and I only speak action language, but I'm actually speaking to a blueprint, I totally go over their head. They're like, you're speaking English to me, but you're not really speaking English to me. You're up first, Shonda. Thank you so much. Which means that's a failure of 75% of not hitting the deal. How many times have you gone into a business deal or you wanted to close someone on a business deal and you simply did not get on the same level, the same page with that person? Anyone feel that pain?
Yes.
Yes. Imagine if you have made, I'd love for you to imagine with me, imagine you have made $100,000 in 2017. How many of you have finished your taxes? Give it up for you guys. Imagine you've made $100,000 last year in 2017, and you're really good at closing the person that's the same dominant code as you are. Now take that amount, 100,000, and multiply it by 3 because you actually left out these 3 personality types. Wow. That's the actual amount that you